I can. And thank you for the follow, Zach. What the fuck, man? That's bullshit, you know it. That has this, and I can play everything in hand. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. I can deal with this. I can definitely fuck with this hand. That's for sure. And I think the game just puked. So this is your tasty rumor? Hello, everybody. And we continue. Oh, shit. Hi. Hello, Star. And thank you for coming by. Probably help if I had my lights on.
Thank you for joining. Oh my god, the camera border is so cute. Yes! It's so
that clip going back a while. You can tell it's older because A, talking about brand new overlay stuff, and also B, she's not playing Animal Crossing, so you can always tell. But yes, good times were had. Say hello to Starberry Jams, everybody. That is my faithful and lovely moderator. I am having a hell of a day. I thought... I don't even know. It's been a day. Not even a whole lot has happened, really, honestly. I even got lucky with something I was picking up at the store. I reminded a guy to check something out twice, and he didn't, so I basically got something for free. I did my part. So, I mean, I even got lucky with that. I can't really complain. So, just, one of those moody days, I guess. It's just, it's been like that. And I suppose that karma from earlier was repaid in kind with balance, because it does that to me a lot. Turns out doing Ever Crisis requires something that I disabled last night. The reason being is that oh, for fuck's sakes, go away. I will ban you later. The setup I had for Ever Crisis was done through an Android emulator called BlueStacks. Now, BlueStacks doesn't necessarily require virtualization in any way, shape, or form. However, in order to run it the way that I had it set up, it needed that feature. Well, that feature was causing issues. My computer's actually been running relatively flawlessly since I disabled that feature, so I thought everything was good. And BlueStacks is like, well, okay, we have this alternate 32-bit version of the emulator that does not require virtualization. So I'm like, all right, I'll open and install that. And I got on top of that, and only to find out that it's basically like starting a new device. And because of how Ever Crisis works, you basically have lost your progress. So I would have to start right from scratch, and I'm not doing that again. That would make device number 4, that would make restart number 4, and I do not have it in me. So that's not going to be the deal today. I just don't have the patience for it. I don't want to do it. So it's going to be just magic today. Actually, okay, yeah. I don't need to really change anything, but I think I will need to be changing how it reflects on my schedule, because if I'm doing just one game regularly on a day, then I will just do that. I might do that for Thursdays too. I don't know. Work in progress. We may change some of the schedule stuff. I'm not sure. This trying to figure this shit out was like just a hassle. And finding out that I essentially, until I re-enable a feature that basically causes issues on my computer, I've lost progress that I made on stream with you guys. It's a bitter pill. But first world problems, right? Hence the DMCA free metal music that's playing in the background right now, because I am in a mood. I'm hoping this stuff doesn't get me muted, but we shall see. We shall see. Today's an experiment, because why the hell not? Alright, well, so today is just going to be strictly Magic. We'll do a break of Words on Stream somewhere in the middle, and we'll go from there. Just a reminder to everybody who might be watching, there will be some changes in terms of structure starting this Friday. And the reason we're doing that this Friday is because I'm starting Super Mario RPG then. Super psyched for that. Hopefully this holds out until at least I'm done with that. So, yeah, I guess, we'll get going there, and, nothing really a whole lot more to talk about in terms of just pre-stream stuff. Got no banter going on, so I guess we'll get right into the game, which I have to switch the inputs for now because now we're going to Magic as opposed to Ever Crisis. So, let me get right on that right quick here. We need to go like that, and then switch this to Magic. There we go. All right, folks. It is available now. Alright, cool. So does that mean I can get a card that I was looking after earlier? Let me see if I can find it, because I know I downloaded an image of it earlier. Downloads, maybe? Yes, there it is. Alright, let's see if it's available. First things first, let's get those free packs. Jesus, dude. It ain't good luck. Or if it ain't bad luck, man. Holy shit. Okay, let's go and check the card database and see if the Lost Caverns of Ixalan stuff have been added. We're gonna add this particular card to my Draw Burn combo deck. I'm going to go ahead and do not collected because I've not opened a single pack of that set yet. There it is. So let's talk about this card a little bit and why it works in this set, or why it works in this particular deck. So Oger Oxenil Deepest Might is a 4/4 for 4 that has trample. And if a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Oger Oxenil's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Oger Oxenil's power instead. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control, and it transforms to a land called the Temple of Power. Not a legendary land, I might add. That you can tap for red, and you pay 3 and tap and transform Temple of Power back into the god form. Activate only if red sources you control dealt 4 more non-combat damage this turn, and only as a sorcery. It's kind of a bit of a reach for a direct Phoenix effect, but that's still really good. So the idea here, and how I understand it. Now again, I want to just make this very clear here because this is the wording that's on the card, and we'll see if Arena actually works with it. So, it says a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage. So, does that mean that stuff like Electrostatic Field now does 4 damage every time I cast an instant or sorcery? That Gutter Snipe deals 4 damage as opposed to 2 every time I cast an instant or sorcery. That Niv Mizzet deals 4 damage as opposed to 1 every time I draw a card. Like, beauty. So the whole idea here is it's a damage replacement effect. This is not even a trigger. It's a damage replacement effect. This essentially, like, amps my damage big time that I'm already planning to do in this deck. So, what I'm looking to do is swap out 2 cards and input 2 Otter Oxenils. Do I even have the... I have 3 mythics. Might just want to do 1, maybe. Or maybe swap out Locust God, because Locust God, it just is not doing the work that I want it to do. So let's go Bob. Actually, do we have styles for this? We do not. Alright. I better not pull any after crafting them. That would be hilarious if I did. Alright, let's open our packs of the new set. Let's see what we got. Uchbenbach, the Great Mistake. That is a name. Skeleton Horror. 6/4 for 5 with Vigilance and Menace. With Descend 8. That you can return to the battlefield from the graveyard for 6. That's not good. And you can only do it once. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like this at all. Like, it's effective, I guess, but it's still, like, this would be a limited bomb. Or a draft bomb, but... Anywho. Petrify, that's a pacify, basically. A better pacify, I might add. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's see what the rare or mythic for this pack is. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Okay. Like, that's not good. A 7/6 Trampler for 6 is alright in this meta for standard and for historic, I guess, by extension. Discover, I don't like that as a mechanic, really. I mean, it does what red does, but putting that on an evergreen keyword is not great to me. And then 3 mana and discard it, and it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Like, anything to keep from reprinting Lightning Bolt. Like, that's not even Lightning Strike. That's terrible. Alright, so bad rare number 1. Let's move on to the next pack. Actually, let's see what the next one gets us. Anything... Okay, not really anything worth noting in the other cards. Let's see what the rare mythic is. Queen's Bay Paladin, 5 mana, 5/4. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. You lose life equal to its mana value. Okay, I can see that. That seems like a glass cannon effect. Like, that could be absolutely bonkers, but also be like, you could whiff on it real hard. Like, real hard. So, I mean, I guess you'd have to set it up, though. Okay, nothing really worth noting. Let's see what this is. Matzalanti. The Great Door. tap to draw a card, then discard a card, so free loot every turn, basically, or when you untap it. 4, tap, transform it. Activate only if there are 4 or more permanent types among cards in your graveyard. And then it transforms into the core, which is a legendary land, with a effect called Fathomless Descent. Tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. I feel like that's very narrow. Like, you'd want that maybe like in a Jund deck or something like that, where you're already sacrificing tons of your permanents anyways. Or, conversely so, bringing stuff back from the grave. I don't see this in a, like a standard or historic. Nah, we could see it in historic, but I don't think that's going to get a lot of play, honestly, in those formats. I could see that being way more relevant in, like, Commander or something. Alright. Let's do a ranked run with our new card. And we gotta remember, that bomb that we got, that's 4 mana. We're trying to reach that already. As Niv Mizzet is 6 mana. Let's see how we do. Alright, not a great hand, but I can play just about everything in hand for the first, like, couple of turns, so yep, let's go. It would have been better if I had, like, access to 3 lands in there, and that was not a great draw. Okay. Let's pay the life. Sprite Dragon out. 1 damage on turn 2. Let's go. Okay, cultivate. Simic looking kind of sus over there. Pulled 2 islands. Oh, wait. 3 colors. Okay. Right. Don't really have a 3 mana spell that I need right now. So let's go with Frantic Inventory. Got us another land. So we can play Ogre as soon as we get it. The great thing about Ogre, and I could probably put Ogre in my 4th of July deck as well, because it doesn't replace the damage of combat damage. So all my prowess stuff isn't, like, null and void by virtue of... Son of a bitch. It isn't, null and void as a result of prowess. Like, it isn't nulling out prowess or anything like that, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and actually, do we have other stuff like a 2 mana? No. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get that draw effect and get that the hell out of here. Of course I draw a 2 mana spell, which I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't kick it, so whatever. Nah, so you just go and kill it. Okay. Bear. It's a good target for that. Okay, so I have all the mana on the planet. Now I need to be able to, you know, play a card. A good card. March towards perfection. Listen, you bring Hearthstone into the game, do not put me on a timer, you son of a bitch. I'm not taking that chance. Help me dig.
I'm gonna wreck it!
I'm gonna try. No. This is a call time card. What are you nomming on? I am nomming on Goldfish. Old Goldfish, but Goldfish nonetheless. Exactly. Jesus, two lands in a row. God damn it. I figured they may as well be enjoyed before they go stale. Oh, yes, played right into it. Thank you. See you again, never. Yes. Wait. Can it not? Aw, shitballs. It can't be countered. Oh well. You didn't even play me. I just didn't read the card thoroughly. That's on me. Oh, shit. Kicked the stand. Dude, you know you don't have trample on that creature, right? Okay, suit yourself. That's half me, that's half you, Maury. Okay, we are back in business. Kind of. Was not the legendary I was hoping for, but I will take it. Actually, I'm kind of surprised Coma's not considered a flyer, but for my purposes, I'm glad it's not. What the hell? That's a partial cracker. Does that know abilities? No, it does not. Alright. I'm not going to be attacking with Niv Mizzet if all goes well, so by all means, go for it, bruh. Carl, that's how you lose games, Carl. You have access to one blue and one blue-black. What are you gonna do? What are you planning on? Okay. He's still... Okay, cool. Whatever. I'm not gonna bitch. 3 damage to something. We're gonna do 1. Now imagine if each one of those was 4 damage as opposed to just 1. That would be bonkers. Oh, excuse me. Alright. We're gonna go bop, bop, bop. Are we gonna be able to close out the game with this? I have 3 in the hand. I'm gonna get damn close. We're gonna go for the Hail Mary, folks. I need to get kinda lucky here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triggers, right? Yeah. All I need to do is deal 1 damage, 1 point of damage, and I got it. There we go. Good game, Pedmax. Thank you. Oh, man. Alright, this is a bad hand. We're gonna mulligan that. This is much better, but... Okay, not bad. Not great. Not bad. A mill deck. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing here. I see you. Okay, Star. I'll let you know. Thank you for the lurks. Yeah, I'm gonna be in so much shit. I am not prepared. And then put your land out. Yep. Where am I at now? 30 cards? Oh, son of a bitch. At least this person knows what they're doing in regards to mill effect. Ah, Take the pyromancers. Yes, that's what you should do. I'm gonna play another Ruin Crab. Ristic fucking study. God damn it. Ristic study teamed with Teferi's tutelage. Oh. I bet you he's got Teferi's tutelage in there. God damn. Okay. I'm at a bit of a problem here. Resolve. Auto pay. As foretold. I used to main that card when Amonkhet was first released. Or I can't recall if it was Amonkhet or Hour of Devastation, but either set that released in, I stand that card hard, and there's a lot of people who told me I really shouldn't have, but alright, moment of truth. We're gonna find out if the damage replacement effect works the way that it should. Yeah, I think it did. I didn't really pay enough attention. Which sucks, but alright. Now, I don't swing out like this in a deck like this, but I mean, 2 young pyromancers have been generating tokens for me turn over turn. Did my captions break? Most certainly did. Are you okay? There we go. Chase the perfect mind. Holy moly. Well, am I at 11 cards? Can I close this out?
Is wasted. You cannot win.
That's a completed Jace. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gonna make me? Yeah. That's it. That's game. Injured Cookie needed to clear this out in this turn or else they lost, and they just managed to do just that. But I was able to confirm Ogre's damage replacement effect. Definitely a much more reliable staple than Locust God is in this deck for sure. Yeah. I'll keep that. Hey, look. Oh boy. I was about to say they're playing nice, but I was like, no. I'm seeing white weenies. This isn't gonna be nice at all. Oh. Okay. Okay. If you want it, you're gonna have to cast it again. Works for me. Nope. Shit. Ow. Jesus. How is that? Okay. That's interesting. I've been waiting for this card. So, some people might be surprised to see it get played in Historic already. But I saw this card previewed, and I was like, I have to get in this deck. Actually, when I saw it previewed, I thought the set had already been out. So I immediately went to try and get it, and then I realized, oh yeah. Alright, another moment of truth. Let's try and pay attention this time. Is that 26? We're going to be going down to 22 if it works the way it should. God damn. Like a truck. My love is like a truck berserker. Ah, would have been. Oh well. Go ahead, generate as much life as you want. It's not gonna do you a lick of fucking good. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll shut up for a second. Yeah, sure. I want to be casting as many spells as possible. You. Thanks. I'm going all in now. Yeah. Olger for this deck, absolutely tip top. Absolutely tip top. It transforming like its land form is alright. But just as a creature, and it's not even like that great. It's a 4/4 with trample. But it's that damage replacement effect that has very niche applications. But when it does work, I mean, turning electrostatic, whatever, is absolutely bonkers. You're adding 3 damage to every single instant or sorcery that you cast. Like, that's absolutely stupid. I have combo in hand and 3 mana on board. Yeah. I'm taking that every freaking day. So, combo in question, in case you're not familiar. So polite. Alright. Is this bad boy. It's our boy Niv Mizzet Perun. And then you enchant it with this. Now, for those of you at home that are not familiar with Curiosity combo, basically, what happens is whenever either anybody casts an instant or sorcery, I draw a card, or Niv Mizzet deals any kind of damage for whatever reason, I get to draw a card, and by virtue of drawing a card, I get to deal damage. Actually, go for it. And it combos because basically if I deal damage, I think it's if I deal damage to a player, yeah, so I have to deal damage to a player. So when I start pinging them for damage, draw card trigger goes off, draw card trigger gives me a damage to assign to anything. It's pretty nice. The great thing about that is it's not an infinite combo. Infinite combos don't really work the same as they used to, which is great. Yeah, there's no tramplers, just this thing with Menace, which is really weird. The 1/1 with Menace. Like, you're just forcing blocks to stop 1 damage. Okay. The pirates or something? No, that's from what? That's Adventures? I think. Alright. Fine, suit yourself. That's entirely a spite move. Just putting that out there. Taking them off ramp too. You're playing Rakdos, but you're gonna try and ramp out through treasures? I don't think so, Tim. I mean, okay. I was kind of hoping to pull, like, at least a counter or something. Okay. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, this is a pirate deck. Yeah, get your 3 damage, bud. Go ahead, dump your load on a big spell. I'm sure I can counter it. Oh, that one was entirely intentional. Okay, so next turn, we've got combo. Or combo piece number 1, the important one. Now, will it be more important to cancel an oncoming spell, potential threat, or set up the magic mirror? I think it'll be more important to counter. In case this person's planning something big. Let's hope that's not misplay. I mean, access is 7 mana. You can cast basically anything worth casting. Okay, you know what? Go for it. You're digging, which means you're looking for something. Okay, go for it. I should have played my magic mirror. That's okay, I was ready. I think that's probably more important. Oh, you are digging hard. I got another cancel. Alright, so this turn. Oh, pardon me. Wow. Alright, let's try this. Now, fully expecting to draw some kind of kill spell, if they have one. I just drank a little bit.
Just redeemed hydrate.
I will grab a drink on my next break, which should be soon. In 5 minutes, just about. The next time I get up. Okay. Actually, once this game is over, I'll do a break and then I'll go get some water. You're still digging? Oh boy, you're gonna hate me real quick. Okay, still digging. If miss it, trigger. Now you only have access to what? 4 mana? Shit. Yeah. Come on, man. I was like right on the doorstep of a win. Alright. I'm gonna make this a pain for me. Ditto. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. A step away for 2 seconds and this guy actually plays cards. Alright. And for your hydrate redeem, thank you. This would be great if I had like shit. These crackers are dry. Yeah, they are. Especially when they're a little bit more on the stale side. Well, that also means that this, if I have an Ionize in hand, it deals 4 damage as opposed to 2. Oh, fuck. It's so good, man. No. Not happening. Of course. Man, this guy just has game. Oh, he had game in. The guy had game in the bag, anyways. I don't know why. I didn't even pay attention. So I was so secure in winning. Was not the case. Alright, so, going on break. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. See you guys then.
So, I walk into the restaurant. There is a normal prompt for a cook-off. Okay, cooks are facing off. Barbara's face down on the ground. Okay, maybe a choking incident? No. The challenging cooks came in and said, I poisoned your storage person, and we're gonna withhold the antidote that we're holding right here unless you beat us in a cook-off. The commander, being my MC, says, then a cook-off it is! And then we have a cook-off, to which I win. I get a pasta recipe, of all things, said antidote, and then the opposing chefs commit harakiri right there in front of us. striking. And thank you for the follow, Zach. Wow. Holy shit. Alright, so, sorry to catch you up. I've been walking around like a dummy trying to find this character when all I had to do was stand in that stationary spot. That specific stationary spot. There is only one video, and it's in frickin' Japanese, that has this on. Oh, what the fuck, man? That's bullshit, and you know it.
Strike, I think we can go with the family attack on the other and just kind of auto out. Ah, we finally got to see one. There we go. Enemy kind of taking a break. Yes, silly bitch.
Hello. So... Okay, so to address a couple of things, because I went out and grabbed the recycle bins because they came by within the last hour and picked up the recycling, so good. Yes, I did see, like I mentioned, I did see a thing about the person getting picked up. I can't say I know too much about the situation other than what I've briefly seen in articles. The thing that I saw literally was a Sportsnet notification, so I was of the mind that there wasn't going to be much information on it. Not much pertinent information anyways. So I just swiped it away and figured I'll see more on Facebook or on Twitter if it's big news or if something big and relevant comes up in regards to it. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna hear too much about it until the whole thing goes to trial. If it goes to trial. I don't know. And can we get thank you for the follow, Zach, on merch shirt. I could design it. It is definitely not up there on my list of things that I would like to have put on merch. And if I'm being honest, I'm not 100% confident my merch would sell, so that's a great idea, but yeah, it is. That was such a moment finding that goddamn squirrel. It really and truly was like the thing for that stream, was me trying to find all the rest of the characters, only to find out that you need to find them before a certain time in order to get the true ending, which is stupid because you can still get all 108 right up to a certain threshold, but no, there's a hidden threshold before that. So whatever. Anywho, yes, very iconic moment. That's why we got the clips. And the clips are fun. Just want to let everybody know, while we do not have cats in it just yet, we do have the cat cam available today. We're going to go ahead and tuck that back away because, again, the cats are not in the tree. I'd like to keep that behind a, with the, whatchamacallit, the channel points redeem. Like everything else. So, I think we're good. Everything's looking good on this end here. So a couple of things that I'd like to go over now that we're back to it, I guess. First things first. So something I've been noticing with trying to participate in social media is as far as the Super Mario RPG game coming out this Friday was concerned. A couple of things. The first being, and this is a concerning bit of information because it's been hashed to death, it's been properly defined, and yet it's still being argued. I'm not quite sure why. This is a bad hand, and yet I think I still might take it. Yeah, I'll take it. So the first thing is the difference between a remake in video games, specifically in video games, because this doesn't get nearly as much talk in other media, like books, movies, TV shows, stuff like that. But the difference between a remake and a remaster and a reimagining. I mean, nobody puts reimagining on the cover of a video game, but it is a term that gets tossed around, so maybe I'll talk about it a little bit. But the main one is the difference between a remake and a remaster. Okay, that's all right. I'll take that. So what is a remake and what is a remaster? Let me put it plainly here, and I cannot be any more succinct about it. A remaster is when you take present assets and upscale them, refine them, or otherwise, like, not to change them, but to modernize them for a present, like, game console or display resolution or like quality of life stuff like menu design and controls and maybe frame rates and things like that, but you're not actively changing anything that isn't related to quality of life. So you're not actively adjusting anything whatsoever. Especially, wow, that was loud. Especially something that isn't related to, say, the story, or in the case of RPGs, how battle mechanics work. You're not actually changing anything. You're basically just re-releasing a game that is usually graphically updated. Sometimes they'll add like voiceovers or something like that, but you're not actively changing anything about the game itself. It can be experienced much in the same way an original of the remaster can be experienced. Now that leads me to, what is a remake? Remake, put plainly, as a game remade. And if you don't know what remade or remake means, please look it up in the dictionary. I'm not doing your work for you. A remake basically means that you're changing things about the game. Whether it's the story, whether it's, let's say, for example, you're changing the map layout of all the areas to fit modern sensibilities. You're changing character design, or you're changing, oh, good God. I didn't even see what I was doing. This is gonna be good. You're changing, like, you're changing radical stuff, whether it's like small changes or big changes. Those, like, the most notable stuff in a remake that people notice is usually, especially in the context of RPGs, you're changing the story, and you're changing the way battles operate. So, with the context of Super Mario RPG, people have been calling it a remake. Now, given I don't have a copy of the game, so I can't actually confirm or deny this, but what I can say is that based on damn near every bit of media that I've taken in since the game has been released, or since the game has been reviewed and previewed, it strongly leans into remaster territory. Now, they've added things, much like quality of life stuff, so adjustments in types of attacks in battle, adjustments to certain things that are available. I think they changed the menu design for a lot of stuff. Oh, this is going to be so good. 4, 4, 4. Oh my god. Oh my heart. 12 damage with 1 counter spell. Yes! Oh. Oh, beauty. Close out the game with a draw spell. Let's go! Oh, that feels so good. Oh. I've been wanting to do shit like this for a very long time. But yeah, so let me just fix the office chair here a little bit. So yeah, like, and I'm not even like getting passionate about it, because to me, this is more of an etymology thing and an understanding thing than it is about, like, this is a concept that's not being followed, or this is a concept that's not being understood. It's just as simple as people not understanding the words. And it's causing problems in communities. And not just communities either, but, like, it's causing problems with, like, journalists, who are supposed to be, for a lot of people, the authority on certain subjects. They're calling this game, some people are calling in from reputable sources, not just like, you know, Tom and Dick's video game blog or some shit. I say ironically because I also have a video game blog, but the point of the matter is from way more reputable sources, and still calling this game a remake. And I don't see it. I don't see it. I'll know for sure on Friday, but I'll tell you this right now: this game is not a remake, and oh boy. Okay, I'll keep against every ounce of my being telling me not to. So yeah, I mean, I just, and it's not just this game either. Like, when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, a lot of people were treating it as, like, say, trying to call it a remaster or something like that. I'm like, remake is in the name! There's, like, so much that got changed in that game. Why is it being called a remaster? But I just... like I said, it's an etymology thing, and on that basis it bothers me. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. That seems like a very simple thing. There was another thing I wanted to tackle regarding that game, but I can't remember what. But the remake, remaster thing is just like, I see way too much of that. Like, way too much. I really wish I saw less of, if I'm being completely frank. I have 4 mana already, like... This guy's playing Rakdos and can't cast anything at 3 mana. Come on. What do you got? What have you got? Okay, I'll take that. No, we're gonna reserve my cancel. Yeah, sure, let's get an attack out there. 4 damage on turn 4 seems reasonable. So I've got all kinds of answers in hand. It'll be interesting to see what this player plays. Ya move. Play a good card. That'd be hard to remove, but I don't want to spend all 3 mana on that. Do I want to bounce it and force him to recast it, or do I just want to... Yeah, I want to get rid of it altogether. I have the 3 mana, and that's not the only counter spell I have in this deck, so... let's go 8 damage? Sure. One creature, all kinds of spells, down to 4 life on turn 5. Let's go. Okay, go ahead, crack your Evolving Wilds. Foray of Orcs? Oh man, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me. That's fine. You're only postponing the inevitable. There you go. Play a spell. Play a spell, I dare you. Bye. Sayonara. See you in the Shadow Realm, you jackass. It's funny. I meme on Yu-Gi-Oh! Way too much for a guy who hasn't seriously played the game in like over a decade. Okay, I'll take a mythic rare wild card. I like the idea of pulling from a pack a card that can be anything I want. What is this? Yeah, go for it. Okay. I'll take that. Let's go. So, a gruel setup so far. Destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. You're targeting your own land. Why? It's not like you're getting landfall triggers. Are you really just doing that to get a card? No. You went in on another forest. You're kind of scaring me, dude. That's sus as hell. Lotus Cobra. Okay. So you literally went hard into that to get you a Lotus Cobra. Nope. Well, bye-bye, Lotus Cobra. Like, okay. I don't much care for the art on that. Is that? There's a bunch of new planeswalkers. I see the Wanderer, Kaya. Not sure who this guy is, or person rather. Is that? No. She was completed. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna look it up later. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright. Come on, man. Shit. Fuck's sakes, man. Alright. Things are about to pop off a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. This is all fine. Oh, for crying out loud. Whatever. Bye-bye, Scoot Swarm. I hardly knew you. Really? Okay. Like, you had to have known I was coming after Scoot Swarm. What is this? a 4/4 for 7, flying in haste that has Convoke in red. Nuh-uh. Yeah, it's an uncommon for a reason. Bye. Let's go, Star. Let's go. Okay, not terrible. I'll take it. Excited for your lunch? That's good to hear. Star made a lunch for herself for the first time in probably what has been weeks. And it's just good to see some self-care happening there. I'm happy for her. Big time. What is this? Why are you in my notifications? I don't care about Gerard Butler. Stop advertising shows to me. You are very welcome, Star. So vampires. Vampires it is then. Mono black vampires? Getting all this land and not really a whole lot to do with it. Alright, let's see. Okay, at least it's a creature. Sanguine Bond. This guy gonna play Baby's first combo on me. Alright. Child of Night. Wow, this is old school Baby's first combo. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. My deck could give me anything good to work with anytime now. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Like, I have 6 mana up right now. Each opponent discards 2 cards. If you control a vampire, each opponent loses 2 life and gain 2 life. Oh, kidoki. I have to discard 2 cards, huh? Alright. Come on. I can't draw with either of those. Like, my deck is my worst enemy right now. Okay. That's it. I don't know why they didn't just play that right off the hop, but good game. I mean, that's fair. You know what? I can be that way sometimes. Alright. Another against my better judgment. That's fine. Shit. Oh my god. I forgot to cast Opt at the end of their turn. Alright, well, whatever. It's not like I'm not going to get another chance. Pardon me. Okay. It's not terrible. Not what I want, but okay, it's not terrible either. Staying neck and neck. It's not terrible. With a life gain deck. Sign a no ring. Yep. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good target for that. Come on. I'm surprised you picked that. People aren't familiar enough with Oyer or Olger, Oxenil. Either way, I'm happy for it. That means I get to do more shenanigans. Wee little shenanigans. Now, all I legitimately have to do is cast one instant or sorcery, and that's game. Oh yeah, this Olger Oxenil is definitely turning games around for me when I do get to cast it. It has the ability to, with the right setup present, absolutely change the pace of a game. I'm in love with that card. Actually, yeah, let's go, Star. I'm gonna check and see what the paper cost of that card is, because I bet you it was hyped in pre-release. I mean, that's, you know what, honestly, that seems a bit fair. It's currently sitting at $11 Canadian. Let's see what the showcase is going for. Showcase is going for $11.97 Canadian. That's it's not terrible. I mean, all things considered, it is probably like I said, it's very narrow, and I probably won't see play in standard all that much, but for all intents and purposes, it's playable in damn near every other format, and there's so many cards that it just makes severely better, not just like strictly or slightly, severely better. Like drastic. So that price that it's going for seems like a fair. Like, that's fair. For a good that's really good in, like, Pioneer and Commander. Yeah, I'll take that. Not my first choice, but I will definitely take it. Sorry. Okay. That's not bad. Is it just creature? No, non-land permanent. So why not just get Into the Royal, like, or a card like it? It's not like with Historic where you, or other formats rather, where you have rotation limits on what you can and can't put in the deck, but you have two in hand. What are the freaking chances? Alright. I mean, I suppose if you want to prevent, like, redundancy or something, or you want to have redundancy in your deck. Come on, play another one. Be janky as hell. What you got? Yep, guy counter. Okay. Fair. Playing at instant speed. Was not expecting that level of competency. Not at this. Not at silver, anyway. Alright. Fair. You got something to say? Yes, you do. Wow. Alright. Not bloody fucking likely, but... Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. Fine. This is fine. This is all fine. This person kind of getting on my last nerves. All right.
Hey, Mr. the good spaghetti. The spirit the good spaghetti. Excuse me, ja, the gloogie stew.
Oh. Ain't that the truth? Alright, we're gonna try and draw out some answers here. As much as I hate the idea, I'm trying to draw spells from the opponent, like counters or bounce spells or something along those lines. I feel I may need to do some skill plays and not just do... Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, doesn't do anything to abilities, right? Okay. Fine. Fucking go, bud. Let's fucking go. Eat shit. Let's fucking go pee, eh? Captions? Oh boy. Alright. You can't tap them all down permanently in this format. I feel like I had to really put a fine point on that one. That's fine. This is fine. Come on, instant or sorcery of any type. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Why is it 2 lands? Why was it 2 lands? Alright, fine. Do we have 6 on board there? Yeah, we do. Okay. We do not have enough damage on board. We don't have any damage on board. Okay, dig. Go ahead. Scry 2, draw 2 is still really good. And that's game. See you around, Sultan Willard. It doesn't matter. Trigger went off. You can do whatever you want. And once the trigger's on the stack, unless you have something like... I don't think you can do that in Historic. I don't think there's anything that's equivalent to split second in Historic. Yeah, let's go. Let's freaking go. Well, I'm playing my good deck today. Because I don't... Actually, you know what? Let's try our luck. Let's check this deck first before I try and put the Oger Oxenil in it. It might be a 1 of as opposed to a 2 of. What do I have in here? Mizzix, Whirlwind of Thought. Yeah, 4 mana is a big stretch in this deck. What can I put in here? Oh, I don't even have any, this is all, like, combat type stuff, so I don't... No. Okay. Never mind. That card will not go in that deck. It's still fun, but... so... What do I feel like playing? Is that still viable? Elf Ball in Historic? Do you have any fast land? Ooh, look at those. That fucking... Pardon me. Those Lord of the Rings lands. Oh boy. Those ones are good too. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep them. Let's see if we've got anything like dual lands or anything like that. Come on. do I own? Like, do I have anything in my collection that would fit it? Some buddy lands there. Trying to get them out as soon as possible, though. Haunted Mire comes in tap, though. I do not want it. I want them to be quick. This will work. Only one shock. How many? I have 12 rares, so not as bad as I thought. Let's go. Bop, 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 bop. And what about this? Yeah, we can go like that. That'll work. Do we have any new elf creatures that would work with this? Because we're looking specifically. All right, lunchtime. Awesome. Actually, it's about time for a break too. Alright, yeah, looking, and do we have... Well, we got 10 minutes. We're good. So, the idea with this deck is we're trying to get as many elves out as possible, as quickly as possible. Elf Ball is really kind of self-explanatory. You're playing sports ball, but with elves. And then make them as big and as powerful as possible. And here's the thing. I don't know if I really have any more, like, hyper-effective elves that really help everything else. That I don't already have in the deck. Pretty sure there's like a, actually, you know what? Let's go to, not that one, this one. Let's go to this. Let's see if there's one with Explore. What about cards in these colors that just do Explore? Because I know they did Ixalan Remastered. I think that's this one? Or this one? No, that's a different... That's Jumpstart, I think. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, that's the creature type. So I thought creature type that does Explore a whole bunch is was Elves, when in reality it's Merfolk. This is the enchantment I was looking for. I don't know if I have really room for another 4-mana spell, though, that doesn't really do what I need it to do. We're gonna just go with it as is and hope and pray that it works. The only problem with this is that it was a standard deck, and that's why it did so much work. Most, like, roughly half the deck rotated out recently, so now it's a historic deck, and I'm not sure it does better for it. Changing formats like that means that there's a wider card pool, which introduces the possibility of more answers to the deck, more answers to specific high target cards, or... Oh god, I can't think of that character's name to save my life. Alright. I don't want to take it. This is better. It's time for an elf party. What is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand minus 4. Not so much stompy. More just, swarm the field with elves. They can get stompy, though. There's a couple of cards that do have that effect, but it is not the primary function. There's a lot of great interaction with this deck. And I built it while I was absolutely sloppy from alcohol. Good times. Already moving at a good click. Given, yes, we've only done 3 damage on turn 3, but we have 4 creatures out, and one of them has Menace. We're about to do Canopy Technician, which makes everything have +1/+1. Yeah. Like, it's still doing work. I'm just surprised this person has 3. Is there a... Okay, so he just had Vengeful Reaper on Foretold there. Alright, is it time? I like free wins. Free wins are good. We, however, are going to go on a break. We'll see you guys in about 3 minutes.
Wanna know what else is tricky? You hugging the floor. Oh, there's no way you could have gathered what that was from from doing that for the first time. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh. Oh, man.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Thank you, President LePant, for the single most important item in this entire game that should have came with Vicky in the first place. Thank God.
A lot of different methods. Girl, you know, I need fertilizer.
Whoa.
That was cool.
That was amazing. Oh, I'm clipping the shit out of that. Oh. I think that's the first bolt I've actually seen on
Any
screen.
gems you get that we've already donated, sell them.
Doesn't work. What the hell? Oh, is that a provisioner from Sanctuary? That's hilarious. Just swimming. Alright.
Strike, I think we can go with the family attack on the other and just kind of auto out. We finally got to see one. There we go. Enemy kind of taking a break. Yes, silly bitch. I love Nanami, for the record. I think she's an absolutely wonderful character. One of my favorites in this game, hands down. And there's a lot to choose from.
Someone who does everything you do is so annoying. This might be our strongest. Close yet. Careful, everyone.
On.
Hey, folks, I am back. Let's get back to it. So that was fun. I would like to get a legitimate win out with this deck, though. And thank you very much, Star. Ooh, pardon me. Pardon me. Oh, what do we got? 3 mana and ability to play everything in hand. Well, technically 4 if you want to count our Loam Speaker here too. Is good. 1 mana of any color on a 1/3 for 2? Yeah. It good. Well, I like those sleeves. That's kind of nice. Oh, one of those sons of bitches. Alright, fine. Let's get our Loam Speaker out there. Okay, that's not bad for 2 mana. Well, fortunate for me, I don't play a whole lot of multicolored spells in this deck. So avoiding it will not be that difficult. I think I actually only have 2 multicolored spells in this entire deck. One is a creature, one is an enchantment. The enchantment is worth the risk. Especially if I'm doing the deck the way that it's supposed to be done. Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, take your 4 damage, that's fine. No, we do not need the mana that badly. So the idea here with this hand is, end turn, is to drop Toski first, and then Elven Ambush second. Actually, no, Elven Ambush first, and then Toski. And basically it makes it so every creature that connects with my opponent allows me to draw a card. Pardon me. Okay. It's an old spell. That is Amonkhet Remastered, I believe. That could be a problem. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. Go ahead, get your 2 damage, so long as that thing dies. Oh, of course. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. Put it in the air and make it unblockable. Yep. It's a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough to save my ass. This is really just me hoping to draw into something that might save me. Choose your one block well, friendo. Okay. Yep, that was a good choice. They have 4 draws. Yeah, neither of those. This could have helped me, but I wouldn't have had the mana for it. Just swing out. Just swing out. Just swing out. Thank you. Bye. It's been a while since I've touched this deck. I'm actually surprised with how relatively well it's doing. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about today, and it has absolutely left my head. It's been in a kind of a ranty mood today, and I just, guess I didn't run out of stuff to rant about, I can tell you that right now. I had just forgotten, I bet. Okay. It's an okay hand. Okay. It's a good start. Okay. Grab 1 mana, yeah, we do. But I kind of want that. But I also kind of want this. Yeah, no, this is going to be better for me. Get my 1 damage on turn 3. Let's go. Whoa. Alright. Takes you 3 turns to figure out that you don't want to play the hand. You don't. 3 wins. What the shit? Elas Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim. So 2/2 for 2 with Death Touch. That's already kind of good. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. It's a cleric. That makes sense. Whenever another creature you control dies, your opponent loses 1 life. That also makes sense. That's pretty good. See, that's a nice uncommon. I think it's also legendary, so it's not like out of control bonkers or anything, but you can't win them all. Can't all be hyper good. If that was a non-legendary, that would have been a rare, I'm sure. Sure. We're drawing this Loam Speaker pretty reliably. I'm enjoying that. Oh, yeah, no, Loam Speaker has to come out first. 100%. Son of a bitch. I mean, yeah, that's the right move, but still, son of a bitch. Probably gonna see a lot of this kind of stuff. Kill spells, answers, yeah. Alright, cool. Okay. A mutate deck? I haven't seen one of these in quite some time. Okay. I see you. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you think you're doing, but... Oh, never mind. You've got 3 mana open. Yeah. And it has to deal damage in order for Death Touch to do its thing, so... That makes sense. How about no, Kyle?
Hold on to your jobs. There's enough glory for all of us.
This is one of the things that this particular Elf Ball deck does. Tyvar Kell is a good card. Can we do both? 2, 4, 6, 7. We cannot. It's 8 I need for that. So, I'll leave this card up. This is a card that wins me hands. Or matches. You can go ahead and read it if you want. Yep. That's a good move. There's nothing really that's gonna save you. Alright, so we have 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so we're gonna go with this first.
First fight, then feast. Your courage is legendary.
I'll leave that saga up. So, first one went off. I get to pull an elf card or Tyvar card from my graveyard onto the battlefield. Second, put a 1/1 counter on each elf I control. The third one, whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. I can wipe in it. Yeah, they know. Basically, once I swing out with my massive battlefield state, it can be a wipe, like a one-sided wipe for their battlefield, which is beautiful interaction. But because of the nature of how that works, I rarely get to see it go off entirely. And yes, let's get freaking hype. We got ourselves another pack. Let's go. Breaches Eager Pillager. Alright. A 3/3 for 3 with first strike. Which, like, sounds good. But in today's meta, not so great anymore. So 3/3 with for 3 with first strike. Whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Create a treasure token. Target creature can't block this turn. And exile the top card of your library you may play it this turn. That's pretty good. I mean, obviously in a tribal deck, but... Well, you can't call them tribal anymore. That's right. What is it supposed to be called? I can't remember. You are not allowed to call tribal decks tribal anymore. If you are involved in social media for Magic at all anymore, you actually can. They're changing the typing for the word tribal, and they're removing it from the Magic mythos and lore entirely. Can't remember what they're switching it out to be. I'm gonna check. Magic tribal is what now? What not? Typal, which is meant to represent all creatures of one type, or few types, let's say. Which, I mean, I don't think typal is a word now. Yeah, let's see if typal is even a word. Let's see. Definition. Typal is a word according to Merriam-Webster, which is like if you want to know whether or not a word is actually a word, Merriam-Webster is the way to go. First definition, serving as a type. In the example, typical. And the second definition, of or relating to a type. So, I mean, what I assumed. I just, I did not know it was a word. I didn't think it was a word. Either way. I mean, I can understand the connotations. A connotation I don't think anybody made, but because it's possible the connotation could be made, that makes it a problem. Like, like I don't think anybody was a basilisk color. Okay, Jesus Christ, coming out the door looking for blood. Oh man, I really hope this isn't. Oh man, this is giving me the big spooks. Oh, I could have played that other Blight Blade. Oh well. Nope. I just, like, I wonder if it's, like, one of those situations where it's, like, nobody really called for it to happen, but they did it under the impression that it's going to be a problem, or it's possible that it could be a problem, which is just legal paranoia at that point. Like, it's not even, like, one of those sure things. Like, it was an oversight. Like, some of the cards from early Magic, I think one was called Invoke Prejudice, where it had people in uniforms in there. And again, understand that I know what I'm talking about with this. Invoke Prejudice is a card that I believe punishes based on singular color typing, and in the art are what looks to be Ku Klux Klan members, and they're I can't recall what they're doing, but you understand the nature of what's happening here. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know what? You don't want that card as part of your game anymore. I can understand that, because the direct implication is made, and it is there we go. You gotta rage quit that. Makes sense. It's the implication is made that is very direct and pointed. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when somebody looks at that and goes, you are disparaging a whole group of peoples by just letting that exist. Now, with the word tribal, while a lot of people who know any sort of sociology or anything like that really knows why they did it, it's really not like that complicated to try and figure out. Oh, nice. Can I not? Oh, I have to start over here. Alright, fine. It's not a mystery why it was done. I don't want to talk about it directly because I don't want the eagles to come pecking around my field over here. But let's just say I understand. I know what they're going after here by removing the word tribal from the game. However, and this is the thing I can talk about, is that it's assuming that people are going to make that connection immediately. But not many people are. This is looking like, well, because tribes exist on this planet, and that people can be racist, we need to preempt that. And I feel like that's a little much. It's a little much. It's like when what, I can't remember if it was Wizards of the Coast or if it was some other tabletop branding. They wanted to remove orcs from the game from their game entirely, and it's like, why would you? Like, why is that necessary? Well, it's because of all these connotations and implications, and it's meant to represent this, and it's like, no, it is not. It might have been that maybe a select number of artists were making those implications and those connotations in early days. But that's not the case now. And nobody's done that, because anybody who does will get called out, strung up on social media, and, like, cast away. I took a really bad hand here, guys. I got so wound up in what I was saying. I don't know. This is one of those where it's like, I think somebody, like, learned a lesson, and that lesson was, you know, or they said something, somebody called them out on it, and now they're like, well, what if somebody sues me for doing this in the future, and it isn't just a call out? Yeah, that's fine. Like, I would totally expect Hasbro to be like, okay, you know what, yeah. Shit, man. I would totally expect Hasbro to be like, okay, we're cool with you changing this. It doesn't change whether or not the game sells well, so go ahead and do it. I've never expected to get this many lands in a row from this deck. It never usually happens unless I'm getting mana screwed. I don't know. I've not always agreed with a lot of Magic related choices where it's politically or ethically slanted, or the purpose of it is for political gain, or, like, you know, them puffing out their chests going, look at us, we are so ethically sound and so on the good side of history, and so on and so forth. And I've always had a mentality, and again, say whatever you will on this, but I've always been of the mentality that if you're a good person and you do good things, and you are the type of person that will help other people and will do things for other people, you don't need to say it, because your actions and your will speak for themselves. And it's not like a, you know, actions speak louder than words, though. I am of that mind. I just, I feel as though... What? Oh, fuck's sakes. Like, I don't think this is gonna help, but... yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like you shouldn't have to posture so hard if you're just a good person. It's kind of like when, like I see I live just down the street from a Shoppers Drug Mart, and every so often, I'd say like every few months, it positions like some kind of cause or fundraiser or something like that for me to donate to every time I make a purchase. And I got roped into it a couple of times, don't get me wrong, but I'm of the mind that if like a corporation like Shoppers Drug Mart, or the company that owns Shoppers Drug Mart more like, if you're so concerned with the wellness of whatever group it is that you're chosen to support at that time, then just donate. Don't wait for us to do it. Why do you need us to do it? I'll tell you why. Because A, they get to look good. B, they get the same write-offs. And C, they do not have to do anything. If they guilt us or encourage us to make all these donations, they don't have to spend a dime. We make the donations, they get the write-offs, they get the reputation. And I bet you any money, like a lot of these charities and a lot of these, I can't back this up unless we're talking about specific charities or groups, but there's a lot of these charities that are less than reputable when it comes to actually helping the cause or the group of people that they're supporting. Which is why I'm very careful about that stuff, or I try to be anyways. Okay, not a great hand, but this could work. Actually, yeah, it could work. I'm gonna force it because I'm a big dum-dum and I love this deck and it is stupid. Oh, that was almost bad. Oof. Okay. That was almost real bad. What is this? Okay, that's alright, I guess. Skrelv's Hive go out. Oilers GM Holland, we're in the winning business and we aren't winning enough. Oh, Ken Holland. And so it begins. And so it begins. Alright. Let's see if I can make it until... Oh, man. Okay. I have to use Washroom, so I'm trying to see if I can hold off until this game ends. Which doesn't look like it's gonna take too long. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna concede, because I'm gonna lose next turn anyways. I'll be right back, folks. What the fuck? Sure. Sure. Sure.
Someone who does everything you do is so annoying. This might be our chance. Close again. Careful, everyone.
On.
Oh, what the fuck, man? That's bullshit and you know it.
So, I walk into the restaurant. There is a normal prompt for a cook-off. Okay. Cooks are facing.
Hello, folks. Oh, camera is out of focus. Let's take care of that. If we can do it. It'll let us. There we go. Alright. And the main thing, and I guess this what I was talking about before, wouldn't necessarily bother me so much if it wasn't for the few companies that I really support and I'm kind of forced into supporting, weren't doing weren't so just shady about that stuff. One of which I'm playing a product of right now. The reason I'm forced with Magic is because I don't get to experience Magic if I don't support Wizards in some way, shape, or form. It's just kind of thing. Yes, I could play paper with the product I already exist or that I already have, but that's a whole nother rigmarole. Trying to find people to play with, finding the time, so on and so forth. It's almost like Dungeons and Dragons level of commitments these days, especially in this area. And then because it's Magic related, you gotta find somebody you politically align with or something, as if that matters. But Wizards, and by extension Hasbro, has this tendency of puffing out their chest and taking an ethical stance on certain matters, but then when it really comes down to brass tacks and actually following through and doing stuff that actually matters to support certain causes or help with affected peoples and things like that, they're entirely absent. Another company that I'm in this position with is the NHL. And as much as I hate to put them on blast, actually I love putting them on blast, but the NHL is in a spot right now. What kind of name's that? Bretzel Washington? That's hilarious. Anyways, so the NHL is in a spot where nobody is asking them to take a position 90% of the time on most issues that happen outside of hockey as a sport. But they continue to, and their statements always, hey, free win. We like those around here. A lot of the ethical stuff that the NHL decides to stand behind falls flat, almost with 100% certainty. For example, there's a thing that the players in the NHL, or a select number of players and then a NHL decided to form, which is called the HDA, which is the Hockey Diversity Alliance. What the purpose was is to bring more people through the channels for hockey development skills, or hockey skill development, more like. Just basically so that way more people have access to and can play like professional level hockey, or at least some kind of organized hockey, league-like hockey, as opposed to being limited for one reason or another. And with diversity being the approach, it's more of a ethnic slash, you know, gender slash sexuality approach thing, where you're trying to bring more people into the game as a whole and try and create some kind of sense of acceptance and encouragement to certain people who normally wouldn't play the game because they're afraid they'll get picked on, or they'll be harassed, or they'll be abused in some way, shape, or form. Great concept, great principle, right? And the league even backed it for a while, doing stuff prior to games, doing stuff in advertisement for games, doing stuff with players, and really just kind of pushing. And then after so long, like I think it was like a few months, they were just absent. Like the league just went, oh yeah, we're really about this, oh man, it's so good, oh, cool, alright, whatever. Like they changed their pace entirely like that. And it was really weird to see, for something that the league positioned as so important to them, to just be entirely absent, just to say, okay, yeah, we're done with this now. And the league takes that stance with a lot of things, unfortunately. And that's kind of been my issue. Quite a bit, actually. But the whole point of the matter is that, you know, the thing is that I can't experience North American hockey at that level, at that competitive level, without being forced into watching the NHL. I can't watch my favorite sports team without supporting the NHL. I don't have any alternative options for that competitive level of hockey. And hockey is like my de facto favorite sport. So it's like, I'm stuck. I'm not going out of my way to do anything more than just watch the games and support my team and what have you, but I just, it's a lot sometimes, man. Jesus Christ. Well, we wanted to see a Stompy deck. Here it is. I'm just playing against it as opposed to playing with it. It's just 5 damage, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 in total. We need 2 more. That can go out. Next turn we can get a Mech Titan Core turn into that buddy. Yeah. Let's do it. We're gonna have... Oh, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. There's 12 damage on board. I might not be able to do it next turn. Fine, none of you have trample, so I'm not too worried about it. Is that ward? No, it's hexproof. Okay, that's fine. Nothing gains trample, so I'm okay. I'm not even saying anything. Jesus, captions. What the hell? No. Yeah, I'm stuck. They locked me out of it. That's fine. Oh, they got me dead to rights next turn. Actually, as a matter of fact, if they just swing out, that's it. Trip and Titan. That's exactly what they did. All right. Yep, I'm good. Go ahead. Alright, and on that lovely note. Oh. So, good times were had, huh? 3 straight hours of magic. Oh, boy. And I really honestly didn't miss Ever Crisis all that much. So yeah, maybe we'll find another game to play. Maybe we'll stick it just to Magic. It just means I gotta make different graphics now. And maybe I'll keep each one to 1 game per day kind of a deal. Maybe just alternate or cycle around and maybe take the chance to do like community games or something. I'm not sure. That's a thing I'm going to have to think about. Hi, Allie. Well, thank you for stopping by. You caught me at the end of Magic. I don't really have much lined up. I usually end my afternoon streams at 2, and I cut it a little bit close. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, Allie. No worries. I mean, work is work, right? And I totally get it. Yeah. It's been a thing. I really just took the time to kind of get on my soapbox periodically and just kind of toss off what was on my chest. Even though I didn't really talk about everything that I was thinking of when I first started this stream because I forgot. That being said, so my next stream is tomorrow, where I'll be playing Sea of Stars at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be a last stream for Sea of Stars. That's going to be a last dungeon, last bosses, and the ending all in one go. We're also going to be doing a formal review of the game once everything wraps up. So that's going to be a big stream. I don't know if the 2.5 hours is going to be enough to contain it. I'm really hoping so, but we shall see. That's going to be one of those, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants on that one. The last stream where I did 2 side quests, I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to have more than enough time. We ran 15 minutes late. So, we will see. We will see how it goes. Oh yeah, I try and finish as much as possible. That's also why I have 2 streams where I don't, like, I just play, like, endless content type games. So, kind of keep me from burning out on certain games. We actually, you know what? Let's toss you a promo there, Alley Cat. So she just streamed. God, what was it? Stardew Valley, I think.
Well, we put air in it though, and it's been holding it. So hopefully, it was just like just tired.
If
Get
you're into
it?
cozy games,
It was tired.
and you like the periodical
Wow.
venture into other games, check
Happy
out Alley
Ducky to
Cat.
birthday.
Toss her a follow.
I need to go back to bed, y'all.
It's good times. I was watching her play Stardew Valley earlier today, and it was pretty good times. I enjoyed it. I wish I could have stuck around more, but I had this to do. You know what? Me too, but if I took my ass to bed right now, I would not sleep and I would not be restful, so... It's a fun thing when your body and your mind don't let you do what you need to do. It's a hell of a thing. So, the next one we have in line here is for Starberry Jams.
The only FPS game I've ever played. Azure Translate. First person shooter. Ah, okay. See, I ignorant. This is all I know. Cozy vibes. Farms.
And she
Decorating.
describes exactly what she plays. Lately she's been doing basically nothing but Animal Crossing. She streams tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I think she'll be decorating tonight. I think that's the vibe she's going for. I think she's getting kind of close to really knocking off a lot in her island. She's been making a lot of progress since she last did her villager hunt, so we are psyched about that. Again, that'll be 7:30 tonight Eastern Standard Time. So if cozy vibes and Animal Crossing are your thing, be sure to toss her a follow. As for me, I am done, and thankfully most of the stuff I planned on doing today is finished. So I really don't have to do anything but sit down and just kind of chill for a bit. I'm probably going to check, job postings again at some point. Even though I already did that, I try and dedicate an hour solid, or at least a half an hour, 45 minutes to trying to look for work, which blows my mind that it's almost all digital now, and it's almost all handled through like HR agencies, which that's a completely separate topic that I'm not going to get into, because that's something that actually gets me angry. So I will not talk about that right now, but maybe on Thursday if I remember, which I probably won't, which is why I'm assigning it to Thursday. So yeah, that's the fix. That's when you can see us next. Again, Friday evening will be my first Super Mario RPG stream. So if that's your jam, and you're not one of the thousands of people who are going to be doing the same thing I'm doing, be sure to check it out. You are very welcome, Starberry. So that being said, time for the spiel. If you are here and you're watching, thank you first off. And yeah, take 2 seconds, follow on Twitch and on YouTube, subscribe, like, share the content wherever you can. It's really appreciated. Takes 2 seconds and helps me out more than I could ever describe. So I would appreciate it if you did. If you're watching live right now and you want to support the stream, easiest way to do so is a little button that's down in this corner in your Twitch player, where you can send me bits. You can toss me a subscription. It's the easiest and best way. I do have badges coming. at some point whenever Twitch decides to release to me all the money that it said that it's going to be giving me soon. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to have badges set up. I'm going to have new chat stuff set up. I'm going to have new emotes for both Discord and Twitch. There's a bunch of stuff that I'd like to set up for you guys and for myself, because I think they look cool, but you know. So yeah, there is that stuff. So subscription bits, great way to support the stream. If you want to, if you feel the same way I do and think that Twitch takes way too much off the top, there is this as well, which is my coffee link. I know the goal is humongous, but if we do manage to hit it, and it would blow my mind if I did, it would solidly contribute to everything in the house. Rent, bills. It would either knock it off entirely, allow us to get caught up for 1 month. It would allow us to get caught up, so instead of just paying current stuff, it would allow us to get caught up entirely for 1 month, or knock one of the two off for 2 months entirely. That would be amazing. So if you guys can help us out with that, it would be awesome, super awesome. And honestly, that would be one of those like reinstate my faith in humanity type like deals. So if you guys can do that, I would really appreciate it. If you don't like the idea of contributing monetarily to anything through a business like Coffee, like Patreon, like Twitch, I also don't blame you. I mean, there are alternatives. That's why I have Coffee, but I get it. Totally get it. It's why we have the Throne Gifts list, and that is filled with stuff that can contribute to the quality of life for the stream, the quality of life of myself as a streamer, and also stuff for segments for the stream. So I have like a tarot deck that's on there that's modeled after the tarot stuff that's in Persona 5. There's a apron and like a mug for like a cooking segment type like thing that I would love to do. There's a bunch of stuff on there. I would suggest that you strongly check it out. Or I suggest strongly that you would check it out. I mean, you can strongly check it out, dude. Just don't be too aggressive with your mouse. But yeah, that's another way to support. And we appreciate, there's absolutely no obligation, but we would really appreciate it if you could. So thank you for that, for showing up and just being you and being here. We really, really appreciate you. And that just about wraps it up. So with that in mind, thank you to everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day. If we don't see you tonight, I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Have yourselves a good day. Take care of yourself. Take care of people around you. I'm out of here, man. I gotta get going.